Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A. and I thought I would slip in a real quick faves and flops for December before I do my best of the year stuff. It's been so long since I've been able to do these kinds of videos, and I've collected so many products. I thought I would just slip this in really quick, and then we can go into, probably next week I'll upload my best of the year for drugstore and high-end makeup. But this is faves and flops, and as you know, I try a lot of products. I've been on YouTube here since 2013, and in February it'll be 12 years. Yeah. So I'm going to start with some skincare, and most of these are likes until the end, and there's going to be some real surprises for you because I am totally going to shock you with one of the things I absolutely hate. But I love this. This is, now that we're going into winter here in the U.S., in this part of the hemisphere, I have family that lives in the other part of the hemisphere. They're going to their warmest, most humid season, but this is cold and dry, and we're inside a lot with dry heat, and this is amazing. This is Eucerin, and this is the Intensive Repair Lotion. You will see this, and somebody said once years ago, a good product will show you in the first use what it does, and this is one of those products. When you put this on rough heels or elbows, or I get chapped skin a lot. I wouldn't use this on my face, but I do use it on the rest of the body. So this is Eucerin Intensive Repair Lotion. Perfect. And I think I was influenced by another influencer, and gosh, if I can remember who it was. Oh no. I feel terrible, but I was influenced by another influencer because I was watching for my sole entertainment. All I had was my little phone, and I could watch YouTube videos. You know, I didn't have any TV or Wi-Fi in my house because of the hack and everything. And as you know, I was hacked. I'll link that video at the end of this one, so you, yeah. I don't mean to hammer that down there, but I really want you to be safe. So what happened to me will not happen to you, and I tell you, it's still going on. It's still going on. I'm still hacked. Anyway, this is Dove Intensive Repair Shampoo. Look for the blue cap. And again, the first use. You just put like a quarter size amount in. When you fluff that stuff into your wet hair, you're going to feel it right away. And my hair is, you know, I have 66-year-old hair. So, you know, this is in pretty good shape. It's not really styled that much, but I have really fine, processed, colored hair. I don't know what color it's supposed to be. I think it's gray and white. It comes in gray and white. But I was light brown with blonde highlights when I was younger. Anyway, this is Dove Intensive Repair Shampoo. It is damage therapy and 100%. I think I picked this up at Walmart of all places. Give it a try because it's only like $3.99 or something. And you know, if you're going to spend a lot on shampoo, it's almost kind of silly. These are hygiene products. They're not on your skin for very long, but this actually does some real good while it's on your head. This is kind of a fail, and you know, I love Sexy Hair hairspray. There's different types. You have to read what type it is, and I think this is Spray and Play. I think there's one called Play Hard. That one is the better one. But I find with all of them, the nozzle gets clogged so easily, and you wind up like, you know, you try to spray it and it spits out. So Sexy Hair, if any of you have a hairspray that you absolutely love that isn't strongly scented, possibly a pump spray, let me know because I need some help here. This is the big Spray and Play. It works really well to hold hair and everything, but again, the nozzle gets clogged and it's spraying out stuff into the air, and it stays there for a while, and then it gets into the carpet. I was sent this by e.l.f., and it wasn't as an influencer. It was because I bought stuff from their website, and I was so surprised. It was such a nice thing to do. They said I was an iconic customer or something, you know, and I thought, well, that's nice. This is the new e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray, and I'm telling you, I saw a huge difference when I sprayed this on. I mean, I have the other one. This is the other one, and you know, I kind of see it, but I really see a difference with this one. I mean, it really makes your skin look radiant, and it holds my makeup. I absolutely love this. I don't know what they put in this one that's so different, but I like this better than pretty much most of my sprays. Spoiler alert, it may wind up in my best of drugstore of the year. So this is e.l.f. Power Grip's Dewy Setting Spray. And e.l.f., man, you know, they're just really, really doing well with their products lately. I just remember when they were $1 for a little eyeshadow palette back in the old days, you know, and now look where they've come. La Cura is the brand from Aldi, and if you have an Aldi, A-L-D-I, store, they have groceries, and then they have what they call the aisle of shame. They have a lot of products that are seasonal and household things and everything. You can get some really nice, like right now I just missed out on the baking sheets. They had cookie sheets in their copper cookie sheets. Anyway, in their hygiene section, it's not very big. They only have like you know, a small selection of products. They have two different creams. This one is the moisture cream, the H2O moisture cream, and it's very rare I get to this point in a jar. I mean, I'm literally on my last swipe of this, and that very rarely happens with me. I usually throw things out because they've gotten old, because I try so many things. But I really like this, and I love their Q10 night cream. So La Cura is Aldi's, I guess you could call it a home brand. I think they're from Germany, and they have a facial scrub also that's very good. Not the one in the tube, the one that's in the pump that's similar to the CeraVe. I love that one as well. But La Cura, and this is the water moisture cream. Really, really nice, and it's like $3.95 or something. So again, if you're spending a lot of money on creams and things, maybe, you know, try something like this and see how it goes. Dollar Tree. This is that, put a lid on it. This is that toilet spray, like when you go into the restroom, you spray like 3 sprays into the toilet first, and then you go to the bathroom. And this contains it causes a little film to form on top of the toilet water, and it keeps everything nice. Well, these have been sold out now for a few months, and I have a few of them because I did buy backups back when they came out. They have like a fresh ocean scent one, and then they have this floral one. Well, I was just in recently, they've got a new form of this. It's thin as a credit card holder. This is the same thing, but it's in this form, so much more convenient to carry in your handbag. Like if you're visiting somebody and you don't want to, like, you know, Pepe Le Pew their bathroom, this is perfect. It did not leak, and I think that this is just a wonderful product. So, and it's the same thing as this. This is the put a lid on it toilet spray, and this one you press down and it's just, you go closer to the toilet because it's a lighter mist. Wonderful. I got this in the Marie Claire. This was one of the Christmas package things. This came with a cream and with a lotion, and this is a wonderful, like, it's a shimmer for your skin. And this is more body shimmer. You know, this is not something I would put on my face, although you can. I think this is wonderful to put like on your shoulders if you're wearing a fancy dress gown and you're showing any kind of cleavage, décolleté, or, you know, shoulders. This is something that's beautiful. And there were 2 pieces in this. I think it was like $5 or something for the 2 pieces. And Marie Claire was the name of the brand. In Walmart, in their holiday section where they have the makeup. One of my favorite products this year, and I mean that's saying a lot because I do try a lot of stuff. This was something I was hesitant to purchase because I'm a cheapskate, and I just don't, I mean, even my tree here, if you can see this beautiful white tree, it's like a 6.5 foot white lit tree, was $15 at the thrift store. At the thrift store. And it shows off ornaments so nicely, you know, so I think it's a pretty background. But I'll do a tour of this tree in another video closer to the holiday. But anyway, I'm always looking for a bargain, and I don't like to spend too much money on something that I feel is just a kind of a hygiene product. And when you think of a lip balm or a lip treatment, to me that's like a hygiene product. And I wouldn't want to spend more than, say, $6-7 on one. Well, this was $22, and it's my best investment of the year. A couple different influencers mentioned, I think Jen Phelps is one of them, and I'm not sure who the other person is. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm, you know, stealing your referral without notating who it was. And I never thought I'd be able to get back on YouTube again, quite frankly, so I didn't really take notes like that. I will. This is the Ole Henriksen treatment, and it comes in several different flavors. This is the citrus orange one. It's just a light orange kind of scent to it. And the official name of this product is the Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. Now, it just looks like, you know, a chapsticks kind of thing. And what I do, you put it on your lips. First thing, you know, when I do all my skincare and everything, I'll come out here and I'll put this on my lips, and I'll put some eye cream on, and then I'll wait about maybe a half an hour, and then I'll do my makeup. This is an amazing lip treatment, and the reason it's amazing is that I have chapped lips, especially in winter, and they're kind of wrinkly and everything. This stuff, with first use, you see an immediate improvement, and after about an hour you really see the improvement in the quality of your lip skin. It really works. I mean, it absolutely works. So to me, it's worth the 22 bucks or whatever. And I don't link things anymore. I'm not monetized at all. I don't link things. I'll always have in text, you know, what this thing is up here somewhere. I'll always have in text up in here, and maybe I can do chapters so you can go and see what the name is, and you can find it, you know, in whatever store you shop in. But I'm not doing any of that money stuff. And now that my other channel was hacked, they're getting all the, you know, stuff. So I'm just going without the money. I do this for love, and I'm just going to keep doing it for love. So Ole Henriksen, and this is the peptide lip treatment. Definitely worth it. They had several different flavors. I thought the pale, like the orange, it's just a subtle orange scent to it. If you don't want any scent, there is an unscented version. But do try this because it is an amazing product. Lottie London impressed me with several of the products that, I'll have those here, with several of the products that I tried from those Christmas, you know, those advent calendar things. There was a lot of Lottie London stuff in there. And there was a display in my CVS of Lottie London. It was just a small little end cap, but it had this, and this is the corrector, color corrector. And I think there's 2 shades of this, but this is, it reminds me so much of Becca. It reminds me, it's softer though, I think, than Becca. This is that light pink stuff that you would place, you know, on the inside corners of your eyes to brighten. This would be your first step, and then concealer over the top would be your next step. This works so nicely, and it does not crease, which is really surprising being how creamy it is. Now I have to, after I put this stuff on and I put the concealer on, I have to go back in with my ring finger, and I have to make sure everything's out of the lines because I have some new deeper lines this year. And I just go around and do that, and then I take a light dusting of powder over the top just to set that. And I set my my eye primer as well. But this is really nice. This is the Bright Bounce from Lottie London, and it's very impressive. I mean, I like it better than the Pixie one. The Pixie one's very hard and more, it's thicker and harder. It's more like a hard pan kind of cream. This is more of a creamier, looser, loosey-goosey kind of cream. This is the Pixie brightener in the Brightening Peach. But I think if I had to choose, I would choose the Lottie London. I was watching one of my old videos, because what I'm doing is I'm uploading my old videos. I have all the original files to most of my older videos, so I'm kind of picking and choosing what I'm going to put on my new channel here. And so I'm watching them, and I was like, wow, you know, I don't remember that. It's like all these like memories, you know, and some of it's quite quaint. You know, prior to 2019, we were, you know, makeup was really big, you know, and I had the dark eyes and no eyebrows, and I, you know, oh my gosh, you know, it was really, I think I did find one from 2015, but most of my older videos are only on my older channel, and I don't have the originals to those because they were in a format that is no longer accepted on my computer. But anyway, I was talking one of the years, and I think it was 2018, about Terra Baby inspiring me to buy this CoverGirl and Olay. This is the foundation, and I have number 205. This is Ivory. And what she uses it for is an eye primer. She puts it on her eyes, and it cancels out darkness, redness, veins. And I said, oh, I love it. This is great. She wanted, you know, shade 200, and I said I probably should go with the 215. Well, I went with the 205, and that's just plenty dark enough. The 205 of this foundation works so nicely as an eye primer. It does not crease. It makes my eyeshadow look really good. It actually works. And Terra Baby, you know, she's kind of an expert in eyeshadow application and stuff. So this was her recommendation, and yay, I remembered who it was. But I'd recommend trying this, even though it's like 14 bucks, whatever. This is going to last your natural life. I would use this for a couple of years probably. And then, you know, you have to smell things and see, you know, how they go. Usually there's a 24-month lifespan to these things. They do go bad, especially creams, so you have to be careful. Make sure you tighten the top every time you finish using it. In one of the special little kits from Wet n Wild, they had this teeny tiny little, this is a little eye primer too. And I don't know if I ever really tried their eye primer, but I think it works really nicely. This one's very tacky when it sets down. It's very tacky. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. No fancy words or anything. It is what it is. And this is just a little mini version. It came in one of those like 12 Days of Christmas kind of advent calendar things. And I like it. I really do. I might get the full size of this. I think that's nice. Now this one was okay. I'm not sure if somebody had gotten into this, but it didn't seem like there was very much in it. This is so light you don't even know it's on there, and it doesn't cover anything. So I'm not sure if this works or not. I mean, my eyeshadow was fine throughout the day, but this is the About Face, and this is the Smoothing eyeshadow primer. It's almost transparent, so I'm still out on this one. I'm not sure if this is working or not, because I honestly I couldn't tell, and it didn't have any kind of brightening effect to it so that my eyeshadow could pop a little better. So I'm not sure about this. I love their eyeshadow pencils, and one of them actually made it into my best of the year. But this eyeshadow primer, yeah, I'm not sure. Now, speaking speaking of Wet n Wild, this is one of the CVS packages that's available, and I'd highly recommend this one. Now, as long as you're not opposed to a rose scent, because it's in 2 of these products. This is the Winter Glow Kit from Wet n Wild. It's $5.99, and then if you have extra bucks, you know you can make a killing there at the register. But this has in it the Wet n Wild. This is the Glow Powder, and it's, their powders are really nice anyway, but this is the Glow Powder, which gives you a beautiful sheen. You can use it as a highlighter, but again, you can do this shoulder thing and décolletage thing with this, and there's just enough in there to last for a few months. It also comes with a lovely, this is a setting spray. There's a slight rose scent to it. It's very hydrating, very nice, and this is the Rose Face Primer. Now this has the rose scent to it, so some of you may not like it. Now it works really nicely. I think all 3 of these items work really nicely, and I think it's a really thoughtful set that Wet n Wild put together. Usually they have something that's stale and old from their warehouse. It's an old style of the eyeshadow, or it's, an old style like the lipsticks they couldn't sell or something, or nail polish that have already separated. But this is something I think a little more special. So if you see this, I think it's well worth the price, because you get a primer, a setting spray, and you get that shimmery powder. This is not a setting powder for under your eyes by any stretch, but I mean, you can use it as a highlight. It's on the cool tone. It's kind of a whitish cool tone kind of shimmer to it, and I think this is really nice. For foundations, I broke down and tried the Fit Me Dewy Finish. And I know I had tried this years ago when I did like a foundation war. I tested out 32 foundations. Nikki LaRose does it better than anybody. She's fabulous. Anyway, she claims that this is really good, and it actually worked really nicely. And I think one of the things is application method really matters. Like if you're using a beauty blender, or your fingers, tapping it in with your fingers. But I think the Beauty Blender works really well. A brush sometimes, with especially a slightly thicker formula like this, might leave the streaks, and then you'd have to go over with a Beauty Blender anyway. So it's better to start off with this one with a Beauty Blender, and then I will add like a glow product to it. And then I will use, the sponge or the brush. Fingers are the best blenders ever, especially when you get into the areas where you've got the St. Bernard jowls and the lines, things like that. This worked really nicely. I was so surprised. And the Fit Me's have not in the past worked for me at all, because I have dry skin, and you have to exfoliate and moisturize your skin. You can't not exfoliate, okay? I mean, we're in the world now where we're learning more about skincare being very important. And so this Fit Me, the Dewy formulation, really nice. I have shade 120. In one of those train wreck stores, this is the Joa Beauty, and this is the Crystal Stick Illuminator. It is more of a foundation than an illuminator, and you can use it as a foundation. I think it's beautiful, and it's very, very hydrating. The longevity of this, you need to set it if you have like if I'm on the phone and it's hitting my chin, it will take off the makeup on there. It does transfer a little bit, but this was so nice, and I think it was like $3.99 or something like that at one of the Ocean State Job Lot, Big Lot kind of stores. But Joa Beauty is also present in CVS, and they are the Korean wing of Kiss. Kiss, the eyelashes Kiss. This is them, and I think it even says it somewhere on the packaging, but really, really nice. And I think I'm 40 in this, 30 or 40. The numbering system's quite weird, and it doesn't really ever get really dark. If I'm a 40 and something, you can tell that it's probably not going to get really dark. So Joa, and this is the Crystal Glow Tinted Luminizer Stick with 3% luminizing peptide. And this is FCO 40, fair with cool undertones. And it's cruelty free, and it's created by Kiss. And it is that stick formulation. A nice cream product for the skin for winter time. So when Ulta was having their sale, their own brand was having, I think it was 30 or 40% off. And this is a stackable face palette. They're all cream products. We have a bronzer, we have a highlighter, and we have a blush. Let me just see if I can scoop those out for you to see it. There were two different variants of this. There was a lighter one and a deeper one. This is the Cheek Squad, it's called. So I think what I'll do is I'll try the bronzer here. And it's really quite nice. Their bronzers are nice. And then we have this is the cream highlighter. And then this is the cream blush. Okay, let's see if I can. Okay. This is really nice. This is the Cheek Squad, and it's highlighter, blush, and bronzer, and I believe there are 2 shade formations of this. So convenient if you are traveling. This is nice. Not that we're all traveling all the time, but this time of year sometimes you do go to visit people and stay overnight somewhere. This is so convenient. And that's Ulta Beauty. Essence has a couple different lash primers, and this one is really unique because it is bluish green. And let me just show you. You can see this puppy on your eyes. And I always like to say it does remind me of when I was in school in the 1960s, and the school nurse came around and gave us all those red pills that had red dye number 2 in them, would stain our teeth. And we got a new toothbrush and a little thing of Crest toothpaste, and we had to brush our teeth to get rid of the red that was staining. And it was pretty hard to do it too. We had to really scrub hard, so it was teaching us really bad, dental hygiene, which you can tell I've had pretty bad dental hygiene in the past. Anyway, this is so nice. It does make a slight difference in your lashes. If you curl your lashes and then you put a layer of this on, curl your other lash, put a layer of this on, you will find that after about 30 seconds, then you put your mascara over the top, and this works really nicely. Now there's another one that's kind of a white with kind of a coral colored cap. That one works really well too. So either way, I like this one because when I'm putting my mascara on, I see the blue still, and I have to put on a little bit more to cover it, and it helps me find those lashes I might have missed when I'm using my mascara. Because an older person, I'm a 3.50 strength on the readers. I'm almost like blinding myself out of the drugstore here with the readers. I just find that having this green really helps me locate those lashes that I normally would miss. So this is a great little product. And that is Essence Beauty, and that is a lash primer. We have a couple of really nice concealers. I broke down and tried the House Labs because I was just not having luck with a lot of my concealers, and the only thing I'll say about the House Labs is that this paddle is tough to pull out without, a little bit of a glunk. And the glunk I mean? By the way, when you're watching YouTube videos, did you notice now that they're doing a lot of things with noise? Like, what is it with the kids with the it makes these noises, and it's like the noise is like a treat to watch, and they're now advertising that stupid like blasting wall of blocks thing, and it's, you know, like if I'm gone into the kitchen and get a drink or something, and it goes to an ad, it's usually that stupid game with all the little bricks that crash. I hate that. And the girl's doing this. And this. The world's gone mad. I'm out of here for 6 months and the world's gone mad. We gotta straighten things out, girls. Gotta straighten things out here. This House Labs concealer is outstanding. I have shade number 1 because it was recommended after I took their on-site test. I was going to get shade 4, I think, the neutral. And this one, even though it's lighter than I thought I should have, it blends in so well that shade 1 is good. So she was right. I wanted to brighten and I wanted to cover. And this is fabulous. The House Labs concealer. Now, a creamier concealer, I've been using this one for a little while. This is, I bought this, I think, in the Sephora sale. This is Tower 28, and this is their concealer. I got shade 4, DTLA, whatever that means. You kids and your initials for everything. This one goes on really creamy. You know, I'm going to put it right there. That's an indented bone structure thing. That's not me putting the eyeliner on wrong and not blending. That is a bone structure thing. But when I put the brightening on there, it works. This works wonderfully too. This costs less than the other one. So Tower 28, there's a lot of product in here. I have shade 4 in this. It's a perfect shade for me. It's just slightly lighter than my skin tone, and it's beautiful. What a wonderful concealer. In fact, those two I think are going to be tied because I love them both. Absolutely. And also in that that lot store, you know, Ocean State Job Lot or Big Lots, you know, the train wreck store, they're having all the Revlon skin lights are there. They have all the different variants. This one is the Daybreak Glimmer. I think this is the one most people love. Yeah. This isn't a 2017 kind of thing. I think we all went for this in like 2017. You put it up in here. Yep, when you turn your head, you can see this beautiful shimmer. But these are in the lot store, so I don't know if they even still sell these in the drugstore. Do they still have these, or did they discontinue them? I don't know. All right, speaking of drugstore, I was in a Target, and I got this Jason Wu, just this little 4-piece. I think this is a perfect little eye set. They're matte shades. It reminds me a lot of the quality of Sophisticate and a few of the others. But you can do a good basic eye from this, and then you can pull a shimmer out of something else. But this is a good everyday palette for just your eyes. You've got the light for your lid shade, and I do it just under the brow. And then you've got a warm or a neutral crease shade, and then you've got a deep shade for the corners or for lining. Really nice quality, simple but effective. This is a wonderful all-purpose everyday palette. And yeah, I still look at neutral palettes. We all have neutral palettes, but you know, again, there is a timeline on how long these products last before they start to break down. You can't keep things forever, and they are not collectibles. Makeup is not a collectible. It's a hygiene product, okay? I've taught myself that years now, you know, it's just don't. Jen Phelps was talking about this, and I think I talked about this last month, but I'm not sure. I want to bring it up in case I didn't. They do have this in Walmart for $4.97. It's by itself in with all of the duos. You know, this is the This is a smoothing top coat, and what this is it came initially with their duo sets. CoverGirl had those long-lasting lip stains that went on like latex paint. And then when they dried down, they gave you one of these to put over the top so that you would soften it up and make it shiny, and it wouldn't look like latex paint on your lips. And now they figured out people really like these, so they're selling them on their own now. I think Jen Phelps was talking about this, and yes, she was. So I'm giving credit. I love her. She's a Connecticut neighbor of mine. Yeah, this CoverGirl, it comes on its own. I think it's like $4.97, but it's mixed in with all of the double sets. They have this and the color. So you have to look for it in with those. But this is a wonderful top coat. It's a balmy kind of clear thing, and it's very effective because it's effective over the latex paint. It'll be effective over any of your lipsticks. And it gives a nice shine, it lasts, and it doesn't feel sticky at all. This is a wonderful product. This is new from this is the Honey Shine from Revlon. This is one of their new things. I don't like the packaging. It looks like milk in a container to me. I talked about this, I think, last month. I'm not sure. But this particular shade, it's very, very shiny, and it's kind of a sheer. This is Honey Shine, and it is number 003. Honey Shine. Really, really nice. This is their newest release formulation. Really, really, really beautiful. Except this, it looks like milk in a test tube, doesn't it? Or milk in a bullet case. Yeah. Again, at the Sephora sale, I was really surprised, and it takes a lot to surprise me nowadays at Sephora because I don't like them. I don't think they treat their customers well. They don't have really good rewards program like Ulta does. You know, well. Anyway, this is one of their products. I love the formulation. I think the color is a little matte, but this is the lipstick. Satin lipstick, and this is shade 3, and it's called Big Hit. The formulation of their lipsticks is so nice, very professional. For winter, I was going more neutral and my lips but better kind of a thing. When they had the sale, these were 30% off. They wound up being like $11 or something. The formulation of these is fabulous, and they have a full range of colors from this kind of natural shade to oranges and reds. I found they were mostly deeper shades, and the orange was like really like See It From Space kind of orange, so I made that mistake. Whoops. But they let you return things. And they also had, you know, for 100 points, you could get a Gucci lipstick for 100 points. I was like, hello. You know, if you've never tried a Gucci lipstick, it's one of their 100-point perks right now. And I did have 100 points. This particular color is a really nice, it's a creamy matte shade. The only thing is Gucci has perfume in their lipstick. So if you don't like perfume in your lipstick, which most people don't, if you go to kiss somebody, they're kissing that perfume, that may not be a sell. You know what I mean? Ick. This particular shade that they're giving away free with 100 points is called They Met, and it's the matte from Gucci, and it says Gucci on the top. I thought this was a very nice perk. Let me see how much you get here. Wow, get quite a lot for, you know, for 100 points. So if you're in Sephora, if you do shop at Sephora, and many of us still do, try this 100-point because you're going to want to feel that formulation. The formulation feels marvelous. I mean, you can tell it's a high-end product. If you can get past that smell, I can't. But if you can get past that smell, this is a marvelous product, and it's a great way to introduce yourself to the Gucci line. Now on the other spectrum, the cat suits. I was in a small town in Massachusetts, and I went through the drugstore there, and they had all the cat suits still. I wasn't sure if these were discontinued or not, but they had one of my favorite shades, and I picked it up. I don't know if this is old or not, or it's going to wind up in next year's Christmas packages. This is number Bali in Love, number 949A, and it's a really pretty, kind of a light peachy color. You know, they had my all-time favorite lipstick shade, which was called Peach Sunset 949, I think it was. And this is kind of replacing it, I think, because you can't find the Peach Sunset anymore. That was just a marvelous shade. I had that right up until 2018, I think. I did a lipstick video, demoing 44 lipsticks. That was hilarious to watch. You know, watching all my old videos, I was like, oh my God, I'm surprised I have any subscribers at all. Well, anyway, this is nice. This Bali catsuit, it stays on really well. It does not transfer. And these catsuits were really popular for a minute there. 2016, 2017, 2018. The catsuits from Wet n Wild. Really, really nice product. Okay, here's another lipstick. I picked this up at JCPenney. JCPenney is, even though Sephora is no longer in there, and I think there's like a nasty lawsuit going on, but anyway, Sephora left JCPenney and left them to fend for themselves on having a makeup department, and I think they did really well. They have Lunar Beauty there. They also have Prados Beauty, which is a Native American, First Nation, indigenous person company. And they have high quality lipsticks, blushes, and eyeshadow palettes. And this lipstick, let me see, I think it's called Alistar. Yeah, this is a beautiful, like a perfect, neutral, peach kind of shade. Really, really pretty. I love the formulation of this. They also have like 3 or 4 other shades from there. The blushes are very pigmented. And I have 2 of their eyeshadow palettes. I mean, if you haven't been in a JCPenney lately, I mean, I know a lot of them closed and I know a lot more are closing, but their makeup department's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. I wound up getting several products from there. I have the Sagrado from Prados Beauty, which is it's an end cap, but it's in JCPenney. She is just a wonderfully nice person. The Sagrado palette, I've had this for a couple of years now. This is very, very summer autumn shades. And I've dipped into this a lot. Really enjoy this palette a lot. It's beautiful. And then this one I just picked up recently for the Black Friday sale. And this is, what is this called? It's Stephen Paul Judd eyeshadow palette collab with them. Really, really nice assortment of shades. You've got purples and blues and pinks. And then you've got your neutrals going all across the top. This is just a fabulous palette. So if you haven't had a chance to try Prados Beauty, I always like to support indigenous business, and this was easy to do. Also was having their sale, and the brushes were like 50% off, so I got the duo-ended. Somebody had said they love this. I have trouble with duo-ended brushes because I have like containers to hold things, and when I stick that in, somebody gets smushed at the bottom, you know, so I'm not sure how I feel. I mean, I could put it like this. The aesthetics, you know, it's aesthetics. It's silly, I know, but yeah, double-ended brushes, I almost wish they didn't, because I don't, and then I have to decide which side I'm going to use. And then if you use this side, do you keep it dirty until you use this side, or do you wash it? You know, it's This is the number 144. This is the dual-ended finishing powder and blush brush. So I thought it would, you know, if I needed an extra powder brush, I had it. If I needed an extra blush brush, I had it. And I thought for traveling again, that would be nice. And I want to bring this up because I just re-released my Thrive video, and I had combined both videos into one for this re-release. I talked about this brush. I got this brush, I think, in 2014 or 2015. It's 10 years old. This brush is still working like it's brand new. This is their eyeshadow brush from Thrive Cosmetics. This is the same brush I got back in 2014, 2015 when Thrive was becoming a brand. And I just wanted to show you that because I'm going to probably get face brushes from them and another one of these because this, I use it almost daily and it's amazing. Yeah, Thrive Cosmetics, the eyeshadow brush, 10 years old this year. Okay, nail polishes. I am so cheap when it comes to nail polishes, and I have never gone to a manicurist and spent $80 on a manicure. I won't do it. I just won't do it. It's like a Pat McGrath Mothership palette. I'm not going to do it. It's just not happening. So, you know, in one of the Ocean State job lots, they have a brand called Cosmic Colors, and then this is the iridescent. They have several iridescent shades. This one is just so beautiful. I have 2 bottles of this, and I had one that I ran through almost to the end, which never happens with nail polish. It usually goes bad by the time I'm, you know, ready to dispose of it. I have 2 bottles of this because it's so pretty. You have to do 3 coats, but it's like $1.99 or something, if even, at one of those, you know, Ocean State job lot kind of stores. But if you see Cosmic Colors with a K, and they may carry this in the Dollar Tree too, but the metallic ones are so beautiful, absolutely. LA Colors in Walmart, they have a more extensive line of the LA Colors, and this is the Color Mania line of LA Colors. I think it's a higher end. These are 98 cents to $1.99 depending on where you live. Daze, D-A-Z-E. This is a beautiful, it's kind of an ivory with a little bit of a shimmer to it. Really, really pretty color. All right, let's get into items I wasn't keen on. And if you've ever shopped at Five Below for makeup, need I say more? Okay, I always keep giving them one more chance. The first fail. I Adore You palette. This was $5. I took out the glitters. I don't wear glitter. And I think it was Judy from Beauty Over 70. She said she just pulls them all out completely. She scrapes them all out so she won't hit them accidentally, or they won't spill out into the other colors. I love that. So you'll see some of these shades are missing, and that's because I took them out. Thank you, Judy. That's great advice. Yeah, these shadows have no pigmentation. Very fun. I mean, this is a very Charlotte Tilbury kind of a design, do you not think? So I was excited. I thought, oh, it's a dupe. No, it's not. It's not a dupe for anything. It's just cheap-ass makeup made with probably nuclear waste fallout powder. So stay away. Just stay away. The I Adore You palette at Five Below. Equally horrible. It looks really neat. Got all this stuff. You figure something in here has got to be good for $5, okay? No. Nothing in here is good for $5. There's a mascara in here that is dry. When you pull out the little thing, it's a tiny little nib that looks like a brow wand. There's nothing there. This sticky, gloppy, awful lip gloss. Lipstick is neon pink. The blush, hardly any payout, and it disappears. It goes off into the wild blue. There is a black eyeliner, which a black eyeliner is a black eyeliner. Okay, maybe that works. I didn't try it. There's a paddle eyeshadow palette I thought would have some hope, some glimmer of hope. No pigmentation, absolutely horrible. And they got a picture of a mom and her daughter. Oh, we can do this together. Isn't that nice? This is horrible. $5. Yeah. Speaking of moms and daughters, have you seen a couple of these YouTubers that got their kid, like their 7-year-old kid, helping them with makeup, or 6-year-old kid? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Oh. Okay. I wanted to like this. This is the Sephora Precious Gemstones palette, and this is the one everybody likes. It's pretty neutral. You have a mirror here, and then you have there's shimmers and mattes here. A good basic eye. You've got your let me just put that on. Now some of the shades are okay, but it's a neutral eye. It's not warm. It's not really cool. It's neutral. So you do get kind of interesting shimmers, but not over the top. Like if you put them on, you don't even notice them, you know? You don't even notice them. Don't even see them, really. It's okay. It's just okay, though. I got it on the sale, so I'm not mad. You know, I think I paid something like $10 for it or something. But I wouldn't recommend these, the Sephora eyeshadow palettes. I don't think they're ever that good. They excel in their lip products, but not their eyeshadows. Getting into tough land here. This is NYX, and this is that powder eye pencil. It's my favorite brow product, and it's the worst brow product in my line. And why is that? Because when I try to sharpen it, the powder disappears and dissipates, and it doesn't hold like a good sharp, like you can't do anything with it. And it's so wonderful. I loved, when I first got this, I was using it, and then when I had to sharpen it, it was a nightmare. It just kept disappearing. I kept going way down. I've gone down like 2 inches on the thing just with like the first, you know, the first sharpen. So this is the NYX Powder Louder pencil in blonde. I love it. I think it's the perfect color, and I love the resistance. I love how it fills in the brows. But if you know a good way to sharpen this puppy, I mean, this would work so much better if it was a turn-up kind of thing, a retractable. So NYX, this was a fail, but I love it. So it's dichotomy here. Yeah. Charlotte Tilbury mascara. I wanted to love this. I did. And when I first put it on my lashes, I did love it. I thought, this is great. I'm so glad I got the sample. Now I'm going to go and get the full size. Well, wait a minute. At the end of the day, I had all these little flakes down my cheeks. And it was just such a beautiful, big old honking lash like I love. It makes the little dots on the ends, though, you know, like spider legs. It makes the little dots at the ends. It really gives you a full, beautiful lash. Absolutely. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize. Brand new from Charlotte Tilbury, her newest mascara. I'm so glad I just got the sample, which was $16, by the way. It gives a beautiful lash, but at the end of the day, it's all kinds of little pieces of mascara that fall off your face. If you blink, if you rub your eye or anything, just by the end of the day, there's all kinds of little pieces on your cheek. And I found this out. I tried it 3 days in a row. I even tried it with my primer to see if it would work better with a primer holding it on. No. And so it's a great lash. It looks wonderful, but watch out. You're going to get that, all those little dots fall off from it hitting out. If you have hooded eyes and your lashes bang up against your lid, you're susceptible to this flaking on you. So when it flakes really bad like that, it's a fail. But I mean, it did give a beautiful lash. So I'll have to say, Joa Beauty, this is their eyeshadow primer. It didn't seem like there was much in here, and then I think, well, maybe somebody was dipping into it, like, because it was in a drugstore and it wasn't sealed. But there's nothing to this. It didn't really seem to help my eyeshadow at all, and there was creases in my eyelids, so I thought, this did not help me at all. So the Joa eyeshadow primer was a fail. This will surprise you. I found this in a TJ Maxx. This is the Pamograph. This is the, this one is Nirvana. I think this is Nirvana. It's a set of 3 cheek products. It was $14.99. And it's so patchy. I was like, are you kidding me? It's patchy. It's patchy. This is really warm. This I thought was a pretty color, but it was so patchy and hard to blend. And then this highlight is really more like a blush, you know. That was the only product in it that seemed to work. But the colors didn't seem to really mesh together that well. Like if you use them together, they seemed like this seemed cool, this seemed warm, and this seemed orange. They just didn't seem to, it wasn't cohesive. But this is a Pamograph item. Now they have 3 or 4 different designs of this. They have a deeper shade one, they have a cool tone one, this one, I think there was one other one as well. It was a fail. I was really surprised at how patchy it was. Maybe it's because it's old, I don't know. How old are these? Such pretty packaging too. Wander Beauty, this was on sale at JCPenney, and it's their dual-ended concealer. And I know I had tried this before when they used to carry Wander Beauty, I think in Ulta or Sephora, they used to carry it on there. So one end is a stick. You get a stick, and one end is a liquid. So you get 2 different kinds of concealers. I thought, what a great thing that is. If it worked, it would be. It was, this creased badly and cracked, and this I think would be good for blemishes or age spots, but this is not good for under the eyes. The stick part isn't good for under the eyes. This was kind of a fail, and it's on sale at Wander Beauty. I think it's like $12 or something. What a great deal. I would say if you were a younger person or you had more normal to oily skin, this Wander Beauty duo-ended concealer might be a good thing. Right now it's on sale, so that's usually a good indicator that they're discontinuing it, or that maybe they've gotten a lot of returns. I don't know. Okay, I've saved the best surprise for last. Tear. This is the Tear from Amazon. We all love the red one, the red Tear that came out. This is a cushion foundation, and I was recently watching somebody. I actually don't want to give them credit for this because they said it was amazing, and it's not. This is silver for old people. I think they wanted the silver to be for old people. They have a pink version, which I believe is for oily skin young people, and then they have the red version, which is all around. Now, we all tried the red version, and we all love the red version. I don't have the red version now because mine got used up, but this is the silver version. I got the N23, which is my shade. And when you press it on, you have to press it on this way, and they tell you, make sure you read the directions to know how to press it on. So I did, and I pressed it on, and I put it on, and I thought, this looks different than the red one, but I thought, well, it's supposed to, because this is for the silver, this is for mature skin, right? It dried down and looked like sandpaper, and my whole chin was gone by lunchtime, because as you know, I go at lunchtime, I go into the ladies' room and check my makeup and, you know, check the creases under my eyes. This makeup had separated, was patchy, and it disappeared off of my chin, which is the first place it disappears. It was awful. This is awful. The silver Tear, don't waste your money on it. And I was going to get the smaller size, and I thought, no, since this other influencer said it's the greatest thing since, you know, sliced bread, I'm going to get the big one. And then I'll, you know, have something that I can go through the winter. It's a better deal, blah, blah, blah. Tier Silver. This is called the Mask Fit Aura Cushion in 23N. Perfect color for me, perfect shade. But this formulation is for normal, perfect skin with no texture. It went into my lines. It looked like sandpaper, and it wore off within a couple hours. I don't even know how soon it wore off. It was that bad. But I went to work at 9, and by 12, which is 3 hours later, it was all gone from my chin, completely gone. So Tier was a fail, the silver one. I like the red one, so go figure. Should I try the pink one? I don't know. You know, and it went up in price. I remember when Tier came out, it was $16. Do you remember that, those days when it was $16 and then everybody started talking about it, it went up. Now it's $25. It's up to $25. So Tier was a fail. And with that, I will see you in the next video. I'll be doing my best of the year for high-end makeup and also for drugstore makeup. I hope all of you are having a very safe and happy winter or summer, depending on your hemisphere. And thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you. And thank you for finding me in my new channel. And if you are subscribed to the other channel, I'd recommend that you not, because it's not owned by me anymore, and the people that took it over, they haven't uploaded anything, which is a godsend, but I don't know what they're going to do with it. But those are my videos, and that's my channel, and I'm not allowed any access to it. Google doesn't recognize me as the owner of that channel, so it is very frustrating. Okay, I'm sorry, I keep going on about that hacking thing. I'm gonna let it go. Have a wonderful week, have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon in my best of videos. Take care. Toodles.